Hey, how's it going, guys? This is going to be an interesting one. This video is entitled A New Star Wars Legacy, about the Ahsoka show. Dive into the new Star Wars master-apprentice legacy with the cast of the filmmakers of Ahsoka. New Star Wars legacy? What does that even mean? Let's find out.
Always two there are. No more, no less. A master.
Come on, why did I gotta use the Obi-Wan from
Star Wars
the
always
Kenobi
has
show?
these great master-apprentice relationships.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
You see that handing down of mastery, the teaching, the developing, the growing.
Do
She was such a good cast.
or do not. There is no try.
It's very much the idea of apprenticeship. The need for those two groups to come together in order to pass down the knowledge and to help save the world.
I hope they do better job with Hayden Christensen's de-aging, because it looks like they just put a wig on him and they didn't do any de-aging. The scene that we saw in that short little 45-second trailer, it looked like they used footage from the Kenobi series. It looked like the same scene from the Kenobi series, but the skin didn't have as much wrinkles on it. So I'm hoping that they do a bit better of a job, because Kenobi in that flashback, they just combed his hair back. They didn't even try with him.
The need for those two groups to come together in order to pass down the knowledge and to help save the world, in the case of Star Wars.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a
All right,
master
I'm gonna try not to pause as much.
Those life lessons are what make these characters some of the most iconic characters worldwide.
The war is just beginning.
Come on, dude.
I will
That's
not
so
be
bad.
the last Jedi.
All of that wisdom gets passed down, over those generations. We have Qui-Gon Jinn, who's the master of Obi-Wan, who's the master
But think
of
about
Anakin
the
Skywalker.
impact Qui-Gon
and by
has.
being
He was
trained
just in
by
one
Anakin,
movie.
Ahsoka was part of that legacy as well.
Master and Apprentice. A special look at Ahsoka. I hope there's no spoilers in this. Origin. Oh, okay.
Ahsoka is a character that Dave Filoni created and worked with George Lucas on in the Clone Wars.
Originally,
Okay, so Dave Filoni
we didn't
created
really
her,
know,
not George.
exactly what the Clone Wars was going to be, and we made up our own little band of characters. There was a character that was a Jedi, and there was a Padawan, and thought, we'll put them on adventures. But, George had other ideas. He says, well, in this character, and he points to the Padawan we had, and he says, let's give Anakin Skywalker a Padawan. And I was like, Anakin doesn't have Padawan. And he just looked at me and said, Anakin has a Padawan. And that was
okay, so
basically
it was George's
that's
idea
how
for her to
Ahsoka
be
came about.
Anakin's Padawan. Interesting.
We cast Ashley Eckstein to be the voice of the character. And she's fantastic in the Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
Ahsoka is one of the most well-developed characters in Star Wars, period.
She's the apprentice of Anakin
that's the
Skywalker.
nature of a TV
She's
show.
the only one that he is trained to be
That's
a
what
Jedi.
happens.
This young teenage girl who was trained to be a keeper of the peace had to become a warrior worthy of standing next to the greatest Jedi of all time.
Okay, so that's where this clip is from. Dave calling Anakin the greatest Jedi of all time. I heard that
Ahsoka's
caused some
story and her
controversy.
growth has mirrored my own. As you see my style of storytelling mature, the stories got more complex. It had grown to the point where I wanted to take what I was doing in animation and really see if I could get it to this type of storytelling that I'd grown up with in Star Wars. Mandalorian season 1 was a perfect place for me to experiment with my own creativity and style, but have a great backstop and support from collaborating with all these other extraordinary people.
You must reunite it with its own kind.
That's the reason why I don't consider this stuff canon, because
So when season 2 came
it's
around,
not
I was
from
like, for my
George,
episode,
you know?
I was like, well,
It's Dave Filoni
I'm
doing
gonna do
it.
Ahsoka. I'm like, I just need to try this. Let's do
again,
it.
that's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean it's bad.
Tano, Bo-Katan sent me.
I hope it's about him.
It was awesome seeing Ahsoka in live
For a
action.
character that has such depth
The
and
casting is so
complexity,
good, too.
to bring that character to live action made a tremendous amount of sense.
Tell me what I want to know. Where is your master?
George visited the set when we were filming the lightsaber fight in the Japanese garden in season 2.
That must have been crazy.
And I think it was really encouraging of Dave stepping up to this role.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
George would turn to Kathy and myself and be proud of Dave. He was Dave's teacher, and Dave was his apprentice.
Yeah, that must have been awesome for Dave. Even for George.
There are moments when I just stare at her and I'm just like, wow, she just looks like this thing I've drawn. You know, but Sarah's done all the research. Like she
like
knows
something
the
you
character, but now she
created,
has
you
to
know?
become it in a way that's never happened before.
Yeah, it actually, the thing that feels most awkward right now is talking.
Yeah, that's gonna be so surreal.
With you, you know, the posing and you know, sort of the
seeing her. I'm gonna pause it. Seeing her right now, like after Dave Filoni just said that, looking at it through that window, through that lens, it's like, holy cow! It's Ahsoka in live action, you know.
That's not unusual, but speaking as Rosario while in Ahsoka is a little startling. I really love the transformation and really deep diving into who she is.
I hope we get
Rosario Dawson is
some
just
flashbacks
such an
to Clone
incredibly
Wars.
powerful actress, and she loves this character. I think everything about who Ahsoka is has just brought to life in a way that almost nobody else could.
She not only gets a character, but she gets like the Star Wars of it all, which is an important ingredient. You have to be in it. This
See
is
what
a
I'm saying,
hard
dude?
thing.
She
You're
could
gonna
be
painted
perfect,
orange
like a
every
young
day.
Ahsoka.
You
Like
have to put
the way
a
she
prosthetic
acts
on your head every day.
I
You're
hope we
going
get
to be
hints of
training
that.
like a Jedi
Instead
to
of
learn
her
how to
being
lightsaber
somber and
fight
serious all the
almost
time.
every day.
That smile.
I'm playing
is perfect,
someone who is an
Ahsoka.
absolute expert. And so I really wanted to be able to physicalize that as much as possible.
Yeah, Jedi's primary weapon is a lightsaber. There need to be a lot of lightsaber fights. And they have to be good because our
I
fans
just wish
know
the
the difference.
lightsabers looked
When
better,
I started
man.
getting my stances and some of the postures and, you know, started really getting my left hand up to par with my right, that I started to really feel like I was sinking into who Ahsoka was, because her physicality is such a
looks
huge
good.
part of who she is. No matter how tired I was like, sign me up for some more. Sign me up for some more.
They're putting more love into this show than they did with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
When you step into Star Wars and work with George, you are part of a legacy. You're part of a history. And we had to uphold that history and yet do this completely new and different thing.
Ahsoka is another story where you can step in at any point and not feel that you necessarily have to have seen everything.
From the beginning of
She's
this
just trying to get
series,
people to watch.
Ahsoka is out there on the fringe of the galaxy. When she hears whispers of this warlord's return,
I'm pausing it again. I just yesterday watched the final episode of Rebels, okay? Right now, they're thinking that Thrawn and Ezra are dead, okay? I know Sabine is going out to find Ezra. And by the way, that whole scene with Ezra sacrificing himself, they used the Force theme and all of that. And after the fact, you felt the void that Ezra left. You felt the impact amongst the crew. And I think it was Sabine who was narrating what everybody was doing and all that. The music, that whole scene, that felt like Star Wars to me. That was really well done. That felt like a finale, and it closed off really well. The show closed off well. But how are they going to survive? The reason why Ezra, mimicked the Kanan move and sacrificed himself, or so he thought, right? How are they going to survive? They're hurtling through hyperspace. The windows are broken completely. Thrawn is pushed up against the window. How are they going to survive? How is Ezra, especially Thrawn? I mean, both of them, how are they going to survive? They're both hurtling through hyperspace without any protection. How is Thrawn back? I mean, if Thrawn is back, then Ezra survived. I mean, I guess we're going to get explanations, but we'll find out, I guess.
she decides to enlist her friends' help.
This is about preventing another war.
You know who could help?
Sabine Wren.
I'm not sure she'll want to help.
I'm telling the story about this mentor-student relationship that passes from Anakin to Ahsoka to Sabine.
Wait. Okay, so it's a mentor relationship between Ahsoka and Sabine. In yesterday's trailer, we saw one of the titles say something like "A New Jedi Rises" or "The Rise of a New Jedi" or something like that. Who is that? Is it Sabine? Are they going to turn Sabine into a Jedi? Why does everybody have to be a Jedi?
There is nothing easy about being a Jedi.
It's quite extraordinary at bringing this to life.
Are they turning her into a Jedi?
When the stakes are this high, we have to do what's right.
I don't like that. 2-episode premiere, August 23rd. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Sabine being a Jedi? Makes no sense to me. I don't. Why? She's a Mandalorian. Are they going to? Is Sabine going to be the? If they turn Sabine into the main character, Dave Filoni's not going to do that. Okay, but why make Sabine a Jedi if she's? If they're going that route, makes absolutely no sense to me. I mean, it honestly would make things make more sense because I personally didn't like the idea. I don't like how a non-Force user can use a lightsaber like that, you know? It's a Jedi's weapon. And so if you're making her a Jedi, okay, at least that makes some more sense, right? But then again, everybody doesn't need to be a Jedi. And I also don't... She's using Ezra's lightsaber, right? I don't remember Ezra giving her his lightsaber. People were saying that, hey, watch the finale of Rebels and you'll see him. He gives the lightsaber to Sabine. I don't remember that. Maybe I need to go back and watch it. But like go through and see where that happens. But I don't remember that happening. But anyways, let me know your thoughts about this. Are you guys looking forward to Ahsoka? I am. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch the 2-hour premiere on the 23rd. But we'll see. So let me know down below in the comment section, what did you guys think about this video, A New Star Wars Legacy? They could have phrased that a bit better. But let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.